Hi everyone, it's the middle of June. So one of the jobs that I want to do in my garden today is to start filling out my pear fruits from my Espalier pear tree that I've got behind me here. We do this filling out for two reasons. Number one is just to reduce the weight of pears on the branches to stop the branches stubbing, but most importantly, we want as big and ripe as fruit as possible, so we want to focus the plant in producing all its energy onto a few really good fruits instead of a mass of quite small and horrible fruits in the end. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this by going around. So as you can see on this branch here, I've got quite a lot of fruit. When normally you'd be saying, that's brilliant, that's great. But all these fruits are competing with each other for the limited nutrients and energy that the plant is producing. And they'll overcrowd each other, reduce the amount of daylight that they get to ripen, and also encourage pests and diseases because the airflow is reduced. So it's all very sensible that we go around there and start removing these smaller ones. The plant does this naturally, it's called the June drop, but I'm just going to try and do that now and encourage it so it's not wasting too much energy. So what you've got to see, you've got these clusters here, you've got a cluster of 3 there. I'm going to reduce that down to just 1. Similarly, I'm going to leave this cluster here, reduce that down. And the idea is you should have about 10 centimeters between each fruit, and that should give it enough space to ripen perfect. So I'm going to start doing that. Right, to do this, you need a good sharp pair of secateurs. You want to make this clean and simple as possible. And you go to each cluster and you look and you pick which one would you suspect to be the good one. Look for size. You want to be lack of blemishing, nice healthy fruit. So on this one, I believe this top one looks pretty good. So all I'm going to do is snip in there and take off these other fruit and leave that one there. Moving on to the next one, you can see clearly that is the best fruit there, much larger than this one. This is the one we want to keep. So I'm just going to take my secateurs again and snip that off. So I'm going to work systematically along the branch, picking out the best ones and keeping and snipping out the little ones that are no good. Before you go, it's really important that you pick up the pears that have dropped on the ground. You do not want to leave these on the ground because they're a magnet for pests and diseases. So if you want to keep your fruit trees nice and clean, please do a bit of housework and clear up all your fruit from the ground. And there we can see, all done. All of these pears have been nicely thinned out. So we've got one really good pear. And enough room for it to grow and ripen and be delicious. And that's it all done. Really important job to do, and it just applies for most fruit trees, especially apples or pears. You really want to do that if you want to get the best fruit at the end of the season, with the ripest quality and the good quality. So don't forget, a bit of care and attention now, and you'll be taking those in ready for the harvest in September.